Okay, it's recording. So I was talking about shamans when the card of my camera got full. I don't know where it stopped. Looks like we're gonna have some rain. Do you hear the thunder? I love when it rains. When you have a roof over your head in the jungle and it rains. I love it, man. So, back to the shamans. The fact, as I have told you already, the fact that someone is a shaman or is considered to be a shaman doesn't mean that he is a good man. Doesn't mean he has worked on himself. Also there are, so-called white shamanism, healers, and black shamanism, the sorcerers. So that also illustrates something, because there are shamans, there are people who know plants, such as shamanism of South America, shamanism of the of of the Amazonian shamanism. I should be more precise, because there are different shamanisms around the world. What I'm talking about more is Amazonian shamanism, jungle plants. This is where I have more experience. Therefore, you have people, medicos, called like healers, who go to heal. You have people called brujos, who are like sorcerers, who specialize in how to inflict harm. You go to that brujo if you have an enemy and you want him over. you know Send him to the other world. Basically, that understanding that you get, and the experience and the powers you get working with plants, you can use in different ways. Having said that, it is not that easy to find a shaman who does have experience. Because in order to have the experience, in order to become an accomplished shaman and be able to heal, or be able to basically do what you do, it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come by itself. You have to work for it. And it's a long and difficult and dangerous process. As I'm saying, in Amazonian shamanism, you have to go and you have to diet plants. You have to live alone. You have to be alone. You have observed strict regime where you eat very little. You eat very simple things, simple foods, while you are living alone, while you're practicing, like, let's say, celibacy. Basically, very, very simple lifestyle that may look very torturous to many people. And basically, you dedicate your life for this if you want to be a good shaman. And you drink those plants, and you learn with them. It's a difficult path. It has lots of dangers. You can easily go insane. You have experiences of spiritual and paranormal type that are powerful, that are more than enough powerful to make you go insane or make you actually just die. It's a dangerous path, and you have to know how to tread it. You have to be careful in it. And it is a hard path. It's hard to walk it. You have to sacrifice a lot. You have to basically sacrifice everything else if you want to constantly be growing as a shaman. Most of the people are not doing that. Most of the shamans, they have the experience that they have, and then they just, they start living an ordinary life. Except that now they are giving ceremonies to the people, they are working, doing what they do. But in most of the cases, they are not growing themselves any longer. They are not actively training themselves further. Alright? And in many cases, you see them actually fall back in ways that, for example, man, I don't know if I should talk about this, but another shaman who has lots of people come to his place. Let's say he gives ceremonies, ayahuasca, again ayahuasca, it's very, very popular. He gives ceremonies every second night, alright? I hadn't seen the way he works, I wasn't with him in a ceremony. But I have, every second night he gives ceremonies to a group of 10 to 20 foreigners who pay a lot of money to be with him. And every other second night, meaning when he's not giving ceremonies, he is in the city in nightclubs, drinking beer, having fun, women, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Man. And when you see it, yeah, you can laugh, but at the same time, it's not that funny. You either laugh or cry, you know. Okay, I basically gave you some kind of extreme examples of of a bad shaman, right? But these things are happening. There are many shamans who are irresponsible for what they are doing, who don't, you know, they are going to give you drink the plant, and then okay, it's your problem. You know, if I feel like I will help you, if not, then I will not help you. Sometimes, for example, you may have a big problem in you, present in you, let's say, and you drink ayahuasca with that shaman, and that bad thing comes up, and now the shaman sees it. Shaman sees it, okay? The problem you have, or a severe illness you have, or something, and the shaman can help you with that. But in order to help you, he has to work on you. He has to dedicate himself on you. And in some cases, it can be dangerous. Say, if for example you have, let's say, possession, right? You have bad things, bad spirits in you. And then it is easier for a shaman to just not go there, not work on that, leave it for you. It may be dangerous for the very shaman. If what you have inside of you is intense, it can be dangerous for the shaman himself, especially if he's not experienced, especially if he doesn't know what he's doing, especially if he's, as I'm saying, not really shaman, if he is just, you know, they are just to make money. So it is often that, you know, you go into that ceremony and you think that the shaman will help you with everything, but in fact the fact is that he will help you with something that he wants to help. He may help you or he may not, right? He may be able to help you, but he may think, why? This person, you know, he has already paid me money. You know, I just help him a bit here and here, I'll just chant him some Icaros here and here, and that's fine, that's enough for him. Enough for this time. Enough for this time also, you know. He'll come another time, I will work on him more. Now I don't want to get myself fully in this and work myself, you know. I don't want, you know. Many shamans, they, you know, they don't go fully in every ceremony they give, like fully in to help, to do, to heal, to do everything, because it takes a lot of energy on you, man. As a shaman, it takes a toll on you to help. So it is easier to, okay, I will help them a little bit here, a little bit here, and then more work, let's leave it for another ceremony. Okay, you can see things this way, okay? You cannot, especially if you're always giving ceremonies, and you cannot go intensely and fully in every ceremony for a prolonged basis, you know. But basically, there are many things that happen in these ceremonies that people have no idea about. And it's painful to see that many times many of those shamans or so-called shamans are irresponsible people. And even though they are dealing with powerful medicine and powerful plants, you know, they take it easy. And therefore they risk. And in the first place they risk your state, your physical, mental, spiritual well-being. And many times there are many things that happen in these ceremonies. Right now I'm talking more about ayahuasca, which is the most common thing for people to come for to Peru. So there are many things that happen in these ceremonies, and even if you don't see any problems right after the ceremony, it doesn't mean that there are no problems. The things that happen in a ceremony can be very subtle. And for example, the ikaro that the shaman chants to you and the energy he puts into you, it can be a very good energy. The shaman is pure, he has best intentions towards you. A lot of blessings are coming your way. But it is very possible that after, nor during the ceremony, nor after the ceremony, you're gonna see it and become aware of that. Because these are subtle things. In order to see them, to feel them, you have to be very perceptive, a meditator, or a shaman yourself. And many of these things, you know, are like seeds that will grow if you let those seeds grow, if you take care of them. Then these ikaras and these blessings given by the shaman, given by ayahuasca, are like seeds that will grow in you and will bear good fruit. But you will not necessarily see a positive thing given to you or positive work done to you by a shaman right away. These are subtle things, very subtle things. Nonetheless, these subtle things, they are real and they affect you. In the same way, if a shaman, in the same way, bad things may happen in the ceremony, or even after the ceremony. For example, if you are, especially if you are dieting some plant, do a plant diet, and you don't follow the strict recommendations that regards that plant, meaning you can do certain things, you cannot do or shouldn't do certain things, and if you don't know about these things, and shamans sometimes don't even care to tell you those things. So if you do those things that you shouldn't do, it will have a bad consequence on you, and it can have a very, very bad consequence on you. There are plenty of people who go crazy temporarily, and there are people who go crazy permanently. All right. There is a lot of damage that can be inflicted on your energy body as well. There are many things that happen, and therefore I would definitely recommend, when you're doing a ceremony with a real shaman that you trust, that you can count on, that you feel connection with, and not just any shaman, and not just any shaman who charges you less money for their ceremony, and not a shaman that a lot of people say that he's a good shaman. It doesn't mean that he's a good shaman. Sadly, no. That good shaman may be good in marketing himself. This is another subject. Is it still recording? Let's see, because after it goes over... Oh, good, it's just 15 minutes, I think. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I don't know what to say right now. I don't want to make the silence too long, so I'll end this video, okay?